Well, there are many different types and brands of Scotch on the market, and much like wine, there's sort of an art to tasting and knowing the difference. So today we're getting a lesson in Scotch from Robert Anderson with Alliance Beverage Distributing.
Glenmorangie.
Thank you. Glenmorangie Scottish Highland Games occurred this weekend. We want to talk a little bit about that as well. I have to first say this. I think this might be the first time in, say, 14 years that I've been on TV that I've actually come into an interview and my interviewee is actively sipping Scotch.
You know what? This is the best medicine ever. I've had this cough in my chest for about, a couple of days, so this is the best medicine. My mother used to put this on my teeth. When I was teething,
when you were teething?
I was 8 months old.
I think I saw that in a movie, actually, a comedy. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the events this weekend.
You know what? We have the Glenmorangie Scottish Highland Games, the 47th Highland Games, happening this weekend at Indian Steel Park. Glenmorangie, fabulous single malt Scotch, great partner of the Highland Games. Why? Because...
Why?
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 Because... Can you imagine over 100 years ago, soft Scottish rain falling in Scotland in the Highlands, and that Scottish rain being filtered through sandstone, limestone, and then being pumped up through Tarlogie Springs and using that fabulous water with great malted barley to make Glenmorangie.
My gosh.
A better fit.
You make it sound delicious.
It
and
is.
a good fit for the games,
It
too.
is. It's a great fit for the games. The games celebrate everything that's Scottish. There's bagpipes, there's dancers, there's athletics going on there. And, of course, there's the Glenmorangie Lounge where you can taste everything that we see here. And someone said that you and I were having a tasting today, so I only brought enough.
Oh my gosh, my heart just started to thump.
I only brought I only brought enough for the two of us.
Okay, so you were doing tastings at this event, and I'll be honest, I've actually never tried.
Oh, you
Scotch
haven't?
Before. Yeah, I haven't.
Well, let me share something with you. Right here we have 4 different types of Glenmorangie. We have the 10-year-old right here, which is kind of like a lemon, orangey, zingy flavour to it. We have La Santa, which is Gaelic. La Santa is Gaelic.
How old is it? Is it older or younger than like the 10-year-old that you talked about?
Well, that's the 10-year-old. This is the 12-year-old.
So the older the Scotch, then what does that mean?
It doesn't mean it's any better.
Oh, it doesn't?
No,
okay.
no, because the 10-year-old's most favourite single malt in all of Scotland.
Oh, okay.
More of that drunk everywhere. But then when you move to La Santa, it's aged an extra 2 years, and it's aged an extra 2 years in a sherry cask, and it gives it that chocolate raisins feel, and it gives it that taste there.
Chocolate and raisins?
Chocolate raisins. When you taste that, you'll get chocolate raisins. You'll smell it, and you'll
Which
actually taste it.
one is that? Do you have that poured there?
I have it right here. Can I do this? You're going to touch this. You're going to touch this right on the tip of your tongue. Just a couple of drops of it.
Can I just pretend like you, when you were a baby, and just rub it on my teeth?
You could do that too. That'd be just perfect. Okay? Try just a little on the tip of your tongue. I'm talking about a couple of drops right there. And then when you taste that flavour, you're going to go chocolate raisins like you would in the cinema. Right
I actually
there.
didn't taste anything.
Okay, well, try a little more.
I'm a little nervous. I
there
really
you
am.
Go. Gone all quiet here. Wow. You do get that chocolate raisin finish. It's like, you got
it
that?
was actually smooth.
It's
but yes,
beautiful.
it was like a little pop of...
Yeah. And you know what? On the finish, you're going to get that chocolate and you're going to get that raisins. And then...
You know what? I think I did...
Yeah, I know you will, because we tried it a little earlier with some of the people.
But it's kind of strong when it gets...
Oh, you're drinking Scotch that's neat. But you know what? Tonight at the Westin Kierland, I'm going to host from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock a tasting of all of these whiskies tonight, which will probably charge about $10, and that goes to the Caledonian Society.
Great. Tell me about your partnership with them real quickly.
I'll be there with them, and basically the partnership with them has been over the last couple of years. We want that to continue because everything Scottish, the best and the most favourite single malt in all of Scotland, Glenmorangie, what a great partnership.
I think I can
makes
still
a lot
feel
of
it
sense.
right here a little bit.
You have?
A little bit, yeah.
It's like, well, you should wait till you get to the end.
It wasn't bad. It's just,
when you get
flavor.
when you get to the end, then you're going to taste like a little gingerbread, a little soft gingerbread, and a little nutmeg on the nectar.
That's That sounds delish.
I love that.
Okay, so here's what we want to provide for you. You're going to receive a free adult pass into the games if you buy a bottle of Glenmorangie.
Glenmorangie.
Glenmorangie. Your accent is kind of throwing me off a little bit because I'm trying to say it like you, but it just isn't going to happen. It sounds so much better that way. Glenmorangie. Single malt Scotch. Just show your receipt at the gate. The 47th Glenmorangie Scottish Highland Games are being held this weekend at Steel Indian Park, which is 3rd Street and Indian School, roughly. And you can find more information at ArizonaScots.com or by calling the phone number on your screen, 602-431-0095. He's still drinking his scotch over here. The Scottish Highland Games is a sponsor of Sonoran Living Live. And what's a segment about scotch without
I know, there you go. It's perfect. The bagpipes, huh? In your hand like this when you hear the pipes like this.
Oh, you have to.